Have you ever seen one of those mobile ad games? You clicked on it and realized it's not even the same game. This is annoying, but somehow these games end up being really popular. So I want to try to remake one in Roblox and see if it can be a shortcut to success, or if it's better to just use your own ideas. First of all, I need to find a mobile game. I looked through my phone and the only thing that I could find was Clash Royale. I could go with Clash, it's a really good game, but guess what? It's already been done. Someone has made a remake of Clash Royale and Clash of Clans in Roblox. So this idea won't really work. Either way, Clash has decent ads, so I can't really call it fake. Luckily, I know where to look. I know a site where my little sister plays games, and it's a goldmine. There are hundreds of mobile games, and some of them have questionable ads. I couldn't really find anything good until I came across this. I don't really want to make a brain rot game, but it has a really nice concept. Basically, you have to chop down these trees to get materials. Then you can use them to build brain rots. And that's pretty much it. I think this could do really well. Now that I know what I'm going to make, let's get to work. I started by creating a group and opened the new base plate. One thing that I always change is the lighting. It makes the game look way better. If we take a look at this game, it doesn't really have much progression. So that's why I'm going to add merchants. I started by creating a hut. I made one for blueprints, another for backpack capacity. Each player will have their own plot. To indicate who owns it, I added this sign. I also built these paths and polished up the plot. I just got done with the plot and it's definitely one of my simplest designs. However, it might be my favorite. Oftentimes, simple is more. I can decide which version is better for the blueprints. The transparent one or the one with the highlight. Let me know down below. I ended up going with the transparent one because there is a limit of 31 highlights. However, I found something that has almost no limits. It's Gambo AI and it's the world's first game coding agent. With a single prompt, you're able to generate a fully polished game. This includes the characters, music, sound effects, decorations, pretty much everything that you need. I remember playing this fun doodle jump game. With Gambo AI, I was able to create my own version in a few minutes. It already looks sick, and you can easily customize it. This looks so funny, and the best part is that you can insert ads and start earning from day one. Gambo was kind enough to sponsor this video, but honestly, their software is something that blows my mind, so I will leave a link in the video's description. If you didn't already know, my games always use a framework. I copied it from one of my other experiences and simply pasted it in the new one. I still had to modify a bunch of scripts, but it's way easier than starting from scratch. I found these sick particles, you'll see why I need them in a second. I'm done scripting the plot system and I didn't really have to do much. I took it from one of my other games. However, I spent quite a bit of time on this like system. It turned out really satisfying. I think this will be a nice addition. To be honest, I took inspiration from Grow a Garden. I started working on a group reward system. It's a great way to get new members. Sadly, there was a bug. Luckily, it was just one line of code. Okay, now it should work. Let's go. After that, I moved on to the UI. Usually, I go with almost the same style, so this time I want to do something different. And just like that, I'm done with these two UIs. They took me way too much time because I couldn't find the right texture for these studs. And you might wonder why they look identical. It'll have the same concept, but this one is for backpacks and this one will be for blueprints. Now it was time to script. I made a system for blueprints and backpacks. I also began adding some UI elements. It's really late, but I'm finally done with the blueprint shop. Well, sort of. You can go ahead and interact with this fish and he will open the shop. You have the option to buy each one of these for Robux or cash. Anyways, there's still some work to do, but for now, I really want to go to bed. My sleep schedule doesn't exist anymore. Anyways, I scripted the server side, which will allow you to purchase a blueprint. I also wrote a function that is going to be used for selling items. More about that later. I need to think of a great way to display the required blocks. I tried using a billboard UI, but it didn't want to scale properly. You know what, I will fix this later. Right now I made a system that will allow you to place the blueprint and it should save it to the data store. And just like that, I'm done scripting the basics. You can go ahead and purchase any template that you want, and it actually gets added to your inventory. You can also place it on one of these pads. When I rejoin, it should be still here. Yo, let's go, the data works. I honestly don't know what I was doing here. Was I showing off my skin or a new bug? Oh, now I remember. The game wasn't working because streaming was enabled. I asked my man ChatGPT to generate me a block vector. I think this will work. I decided to show the progress with this UI. I think this is more practical than the old version. Now it was time to script it. I mostly use tween service. Yeah, this might be a problem. However, I was able to easily fix it and finish scripting the system. It's been a minute and I'm done scripting the basics of this system. For testing purposes, you can only complete it with Roblox for now. But once you do, you get the full brain rot. Everything saves as well. I just need to do the visual port. First of all, I fixed the proximity prompts. Then I made an opening animation. Now if you go ahead and finish the blueprint, there will be this nice animation. Either way, I'm going to hire someone to make some satisfying sound effects. It'll make this process feel way more rewarding. Sound effects are really important. Without them, your game feels empty. It's time to add the trees. I made a spawn area and build the base model. That's all I really need, because I'm going to change the color with scripts. In the mobile game, you chop down trees with your hands. I want to do something different. I hopped on a 3D modeling software called Blender and made an axe model. I just got done scripting the tree system. It's really smooth, and when you're going to chop them, it'll play this nice animation. This is all done on the client, so there's no lag. I don't know from where, but I have this idle animation. However, I don't think I'm going to use it. I need something better. I asked my friend for some help. While he does his magic, I animated the trees. There might be some bugs. Why are the leaves so big? Also, the axe is facing my direction. This isn't safe. I fixed it by rotating the handle. Then I added a bunch of new variants. I'm also fully done with the system, and it's pretty satisfying. I'm addicted to chopping these trees. Also, you might be wondering what's this red box. It's the hitbox, and it's visible because I turned on debugging. I wrote a script that's going to update the info GUI. After I was done, I improved the shop. I made a lot of improvements. One of them is this counter above my head. Each player will have a maximum capacity of the blocks that they can collect. I also fully finished the blueprint shop. Look at how clean these animations look. I took it from Boxing Stars. Till this day, it's still my favorite game. The build brain rots will earn you money, so I added the billboard UI that shows your income. Scripting it was pretty straightforward. Now you can earn money from your brain rots, and they should make money offline as well. I also want to make a feature where others can help you fill out your blueprints. Making a game playable with friends is a really important thing. The algorithm rewards games that are fun to play with friends. Let me remake some parts of the UI. I added the section for blocks and a couple icons. Then I designed a button and finished creating the UI. It's time to make more tools. I made a stick, axe, sickle, and many other tools. Using Substance Painter, I added custom textures. It's been around a day, and I'm finally done with all of these tools. The texturing process took me so much time, but at least these turned out pretty good. Especially these last ones, they look so good. To be honest, I haven't used Substance Painter in a while. Modeling isn't the only thing that I have to do. For each tool, I have to make an icon. Now you might wonder, how will you obtain tools? Very simple, through chests. I modeled and colored 4 tiers. Don't get me wrong, these chests look great, but I just realized this game uses so many different styles. These chests are in the stud style, some of these tools are low poly. I need to choose a single style. Why am I using so many? I scripted the system that'll save and load the chests. Then I made a billboard UI that'll show the progress. Currently, I can only use a single tool. I didn't want to script a whole new system, so I asked Taya for some help. This thing worked so well. Inside the shop, you can purchase 4 different chests. Okay, there's a visual bug with the luck boost, but anyways, let's buy this chest. It should work. I nearly crashed my computer. I forgot to add task.wait. Okay, now it should work. Let me wait until this chest opens. For some reason, it's inverted. This system works, but there is no excitement, so I need to add some visuals. First of all, let me rotate these chests. Then I made a brand new UI, forgot to record me scripting it, and this is how it turned out. Looks satisfying enough. I began making an inventory UI, but shortly after, ditched this design. I forgot to record me scripting this, but now there's an inventory for tools. I can equip any tool that I want, and it automatically gets cloned into my inventory. I'm not sure how to calculate this speed yet. Imagine a guy having a 1000 speed sword and completely chopping this forest down. It's time to add the brain rots, and let me tell you, configuring them wasn't fun at all. Once I was done, I created a hill model and began building the map. I wanted to playtest it, and just look what happened. Oh shit, I forgot to anchor the map. I don't know if I will ever remember to anchor things. Anyways, I decorated the map, and for the cherry on top, added leaderboards. I just got done building the map, and except for the fact that these leaderboards are not anchored, it looks pretty good. I also added this index. I'm not sure how I'm going to make this work, but I'll figure it out. From what I've noticed, popular games tend to use simpler and simpler maps. I mean, I get why people do this. Making a simple map is cheap and doesn't take much time. A lot of you guys say that my games used to be better, and that's true. My focus is more on making bigger and better videos. I'm going off topic right now, let's return to developing. I designed the Rebirth frame and wrote a script that's going to make it function. I just got done scripting the Rebirths and also index. As you can see, the rewards don't really fit inside of this frame. I think I need to make it bigger. However, the index works perfectly fine. This game will probably have 3 different mutations, but that will change in the future. I don't remember making an index, but I guess it's there. It was time to configure each brain rot. This process is so boring. I realized that this game has 0 monetization. Let me change that. I designed the shop frame, then in Photoshop I made a game pass. This is when I remembered about my old game. It had a spin the wheel. This could be great for monetization. I brought back the spin the wheel. I haven't used it since Roblox Simulator 2. This was my first actual game that brought me some success. Maybe this will finally end my monetization curse. The game is pretty much done. I can't think of anything else to add. I can start designing thumbnails. Let me show you how I do it. Step 1. Make the scene in Studio. Step 2. Take a screenshot. Step 3. Go in Photoshop and add effects. Step 4. Repeat this process for around 3 to 5 thumbnails. And just like that, I'm done with these thumbnails. This time I went all in. I made 4 versions in total. You can never make enough thumbnails. Out of all of these, I think this one will perform the best. It's simple and perfectly shows the whole gameplay. I don't want to spoil anything, but I ended up being wrong. Surely, I can publish the game now. Nope, they're still testing. We joined the game and it was absolutely cooked. I fixed all of the bugs and added many improvements. For more progression, I made 2 new base levels. Hopefully this will encourage players to grind more. After nearly a day of scripting, all of the bugs should be fixed. Apart from that, I also added many improvements. One of them is this tutorial. It exactly shows the player what they need to do. Another thing that I added is events. Every 30 minutes there's going to be a random event. I think the game is finally ready for release. I made the final thumbnail. We tested the game one last time and it has bugs. Okay, now with confidence I can say that this game is completed. It's time to launch ads. I started with something light, minus 4000 Robux. Let's go, the first ad is live. I'm going to patiently wait for my first player. After 30 minutes, someone already joined. Yo, we got our first players, let's go. This guy's already grinding. The players seem to really enjoy this game. Some have already upgraded their sword. The start looks really promising. It was, until I realized the leaderboards were broken. However, there was an even bigger problem. No, I'm so stupid, I forgot to change the server size. It should be only 6. I don't know how I forgot about this. This is a bit off topic, but while I wait for the ad results, let me show you how I designed the thumbnail for this video. It's pretty late, but the first ad is about to stop running. It's actually doing pretty well. It has a click-through rate of 2.34%. Anyways, I really want some sleep right now. It's the next day, and guess what I did? I launched another ad campaign. This one costed me around 3000 Robux. While I was at school, my friend found a huge bug. This server is fine, but there were servers where there were 0 green trees. This happens because the trees don't despawn. Eventually you're going to run out of them. I need to fix this. I fixed it by making the trees despawn. It's time to launch another ad. I spent 6000 Robux, and shortly after, this happened. This is deja vu. It happened with my other game as well. Over 100 players! I think this is mostly because I just launched a new ad, but this is still insane. I don't understand how it got 100 players, because a minute later, they were all gone. Thumbnails were doing good, but the other stats? Yeah, not so well. I tried making my game easier, because I heard from other players that it's too hard. I manually buffed each brain rot. Let me try to make the first update. Maybe that'll attract more players. Damn, this took me half a day, but I'm done with the first mini update. Well, this update is actually a promotion of an even bigger update. I reconfigured every single brain rot and added 2 new colors. I decided to launch another ad. I waited a couple of days and checked out the results. The last ad is about to stop running, and honestly, I don't know what's wrong with them. It barely spends any of my ad credits. This has to be a problem with Roblox. The click-through rate is the lowest out of all of these campaigns. And if we take a look at the stats, I don't know what to say about them. These are the worst stats I have ever gotten in my life. And if we go ahead and go over to the monetization tab, we can see that this game has made 238 Robux. This is in the last 72 hours. In total, it has made 631. The conclusion is that this game failed, and I lost a lot of money. Honestly, I understand why this game failed. I rushed releasing it, and in the process didn't realize that it had multiple problems. Pause. While editing, I just found out that this is a problem with Roblox. There is a dev forum post with reputable people claiming that it's impossible to release a new game now. Roblox needs to fix this. I had a good streak of making popular games, but failures are expected. In life, setbacks are often what prepares us for our next leap forward. Just remember these 2 words. Don't give up. Anyways, I would appreciate if you could smash that subscribe button. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day and peace.